Millions dream of being in show business and only a few of us even try. But despite the odds, I'm going to. I have to try.
Hi, my name is Cleopatra Williams. I'm in my second and final term at the Randolph Academy for the Performing Arts. People basically think of me here as a dancer. My mother put me into dance when I was around 4 years old. My mom always wanted to be a dancer, but she never got to do it professionally. Basically, I've been dancing all of my life, and I've been teaching since the age of 13.
Cutting up all that stuff and flipping it in
I'm
a bowl.
here at Randolph because I want to be more than just a dancer. This term, I want people to look at me and say, you know what, she is a true actress.
Toss out a head of lettuce. Toss out a big old carrot.
I think you're more respected in the industry if you can act.
The better off you'll be.
Because if you say, oh, I'm a dancer, people think, oh, you're a dancer. Oh yeah, what do you do, go dancer? What do you, what are you, a stripper, But if you say I'm an actress, oh yeah, that's cool, that's interesting. Well, the showcase review is coming up soon, and it's where everyone gets to showcase their talents. In my class, there are a lot of talented people. My goal is to get cast in a good part, not just a chorus girl or a dancer.
The students actually present their talents in singing, dancing, and acting in the showcase. And in one way, shape, or form, the showcase ends up becoming an audition.
I can really, launch my career, and I could get an agent with this because, a lot of agents are going to come to the show and see it, and it'll be great publicity for me.
For today, this is who I'm going to see. I'm going to see Crystal, Stacy, Julia.
God in heaven, Father, I don't care what you are.
I read your little note. I can guess the gist of it, even though I don't speak Italian.
I was connected to this earth. And now?
I'm trying to be fair here. I'm trying really hard to see things from your point of view. Let me be honest with you. Tell you the truth. I never did care for that cat. You wanna know something? Right now, I didn't tell you the truth, I lied. Okay? I didn't just not care for that cat. I hated that cat.
For the showcase auditions, I thought I did great. I thought I did a really, really good job. And I'm just a little disappointed that I didn't get something more than I got. I just was crying all day and just being ridiculous, and I couldn't believe myself. And I said, it's okay, this is what happens. It's okay, it's not a big deal, get over it. You're not always gonna get everything you want. And
That's the nature of the business. You can never tell who's going to get the big breaks. You have to wait and see. Sometimes it is talent, sometimes it's just plain luck. I just want to reassure you that contrary to what some of you, I believe, think, this is one of the stronger showcases. Whether you want to believe that or not is your business.
Because I feel like I'm sick. But I just wish that I felt more positive about the show.
Many of them were sick. They were complaining about how ill they were or whatever. And I said, look, people at the theater, they pay $95 a ticket to see you perform. They could care less about how you feel that night. The only thing on their mind is that you better give a good show.
I want them to come and see me. I'm glad that they're actually going to come and see us, but I don't like the show. I'm not really happy about the show, that's all.
What they have to realize is that they have to trust their teachers, trust the directors, and hopefully things will work out.
I'm disappointed with the showcase. I just ended up being one of the chorus line.
What I don't know will not hurt me, but you don't know how often you do.
I don't really think anyone really noticed me, but I have one big last chance to get noticed in the year-end musical 9.
It was twisting, turning.
The musical is about a famous movie director who is unfaithful to his wife, Louisa, and ends up losing her.
For the graduates in 6th term, the musical is their last hurrah. It's their last big opportunity to leave the school in a blaze of glory, and it's where a lot of the kids might get their big opportunity to join an agency and thus get work. So it becomes very important for the kids to get leads in that musical.
Tell me about Louisa then. What's Louisa about? But Louisa's about home, earth, low.
The character of Louisa is the lead role in the musical 9. Everyone in my class wants to play Louisa. I'm definitely not expecting to get a lead role after the showcase.
There are only a very small number of leading roles, so everyone hopes and prays that it's going to be them, and suddenly the competitive factor becomes a really big one as they realize, wow, I'm competing with my own classmates.
Guys, we're doing 9 next month, and whatever, I'm gonna be like 3rd Italian from below.
My prediction for the 5 leads of the show. Louisa will be Stacey Aquila. Thank you, right over there. Carla will be Lindsay Kajia.
Sure will.
Saragina Finagina, or whatever her name is, will be my lovely friend Cleo Williams sitting on the ground.
Sexpot Cleo.
Sexpot Cleo Williams. Crystal Martinez will be Claudia. And that rules out all the actual parts that sing.
The casting of 9 is supposed to be happening very soon, and I don't think that I'm gonna get anything big.
This is good wine, man.
So what?
Today is the big day. Today is the day that the cast list goes up for the end of term musical for the 6th termers.
That's it? That's it. None of us got it. Look at us. Where is it? Where is it? Over here. That's an entire song. I leave the German. You sing the whole thing.
Cleo's Louisa. Yeah. Wow.
The part of Louisa in 9 is a part that none of the kids are really old enough to play. You know, they don't have enough life experience, and it's a very low part vocally. So the first thing that attracted me to casting Cleo in the part was that she had one of the lower voices.
Cleo.
Cleo, dude, where is she?
Cleo.
Wait, don't tell her.
Louisa also has to be comfortable physically, quite beautiful, to fit the demands of the story. She's an earthy Italian woman, and I had great delight in casting Cleo in the part because I knew that she would absolutely be drop-dead shocked when she looked at the casting.
Yay! Dude, you're doing the dance number for La Fleur.
Oh,
you are La Fleur, but in the...
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Okay. Sure.
How complicated.
Yesterday
I
on the
think
phone, I was
Cleo
talking
thought
to
of
Amanda, I'm like,
herself
Amanda,
as
you're
a
gonna be
girl,
calling
not a
Madeleine
woman
on her. I'm like,
oftentimes. I think she thought of herself as a backup, you know, as a dancer who sings, and in fact, Louisa is one of the main singing parts and acting parts, you know, in 9.
Yeah.
Every student has moments where they showcase less or more, and I knew she was eager for more. And I knew that she would rise to the challenge.
I'm just in
I'm
shock.
so happy for her.
I'm just in shock. I don't know what's happening right now. I just really want to eat my muffin.
That's it. That's all I want to do.
I didn't think for a second that I would get that role. I didn't even think for a second. And I know that there was somebody who really wanted that role, right? Or, you know, we were certain would get it. And when I looked at my name and I just saw it beside Louisa, I was just like, oh my God, like, so-and-so wanted that role. Like, that's the first thing that went through my head. And I felt so guilty.
Fine, dude, you're gonna be
You're going to be in the entire show. That is a great freaking role, Amanda.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Annie, and I'm thrilled to be starting this musical with you. I had noticed Cleo in the showcase, and I found her look very striking. I thought that she had exactly the right kind of look for me to play the wife.
I'm very, very excited about doing this musical. I'm actually in shock right now from the part I got. So I know it's yeah. So I'm honored and I'm very excited, and I know that this is going to be a very big challenge for me, and I'm actually looking forward to it, and I just can't wait to get out of here and get started on it.
There's not one musical we can do here unless you bring all the elements together, which are singing, of course, it's music, but the musical is really heightened action. The drama of the acting. Each person here has to be an actress. And the dancer. We are all dancers in our heart.
Working with Annie's incredible. She's just, oh God, it's such a dream working with her. Like, she brings this stuff out of me. I don't know what it is, but she's great. I love working with her.
This is in his writing as a writer. 10 times over I must essay the task, must lean down over the abyss, and each time the cowardice that deters us from every difficult task, every important enterprise, has urged me to leave the thing alone. In other words, every time you come to that point as an artist, whether it be an actor, choreographer, director, there's that moment of just looking out into this black void of nothingness. What is it that pulls us through? Something within us. The need for each individual to have creativity and to use it from your soul.
9. That was the hardest thing. That was the hardest obstacle, big time. Finding Louisa, finding the character. I had to find her inside myself.
How many people have read a review of a musical and have gone to see it and thought, I didn't think she was that good, or singing a musical where somebody didn't sing great and you love them? At the end of the day, make loud, brutal mistakes. Because those that don't find the courage to make loud, brutal mistakes end up serving you drinks at the intermission. Here we go. The fear with students, and like Cleo, and her fear is if it didn't feel right the very first time, then oh my God, it can't be correct. And you know, you have to do something incorrectly to learn how to hone it into something that is correct. The loudest thing you can do is very soft. Come here once. Wait till your dad gets home. It's not as scary as wait until he gets home. He's dead, right? Which one's louder?
The softer one.
The soft one. The most intense loud thing you sing is the softest.
To make me want to keep you one more day. There isn't any sort of word that you could say.
Louisa, as an artist, I have to use everything in my life, everything.
Fine, use it, but use it well.
Louisa.
No more, Louisa. Basta! Vallavo! Vall'inferno! Go to hell!
Cleo made a huge change in the 6th term. Again, I think she vocally sounded like a little girl in the beginning, and I think that she probably thought that was her voice.
Well, all right, but it's the last chance I'm giving you.
It's all I ask, all I need.
But I knew in Cleo's case, it was time to go to that next place. So the amazing journey that she took musically was to go from a little girl's voice and shyness in class, to really be doing a role that was a very mature woman as an actor and a singer. So I think she made a huge leap during the term.
In Mallorca? That was gossip. But in the public's mind, please, When will you understand? My husband makes movies.
I think Cleo's process was a big one, a really big process of changing the way she sang, the way she looked at her singing, the way she looked at her body, the way she felt about herself from a student to a performer, from a girl to a young woman.
Wonderful. He's the director. A lot of money. And even more, he's a consummate actor.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me with this role, and I feel like I have to do well.
When you
Yes,
say, okay,
that's
now is
true.
this what I do, Annie?
Yeah.
That's Louisa.
It's natural.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you intone it, you take it up about a fifth in your speaking.
Jeffrey and Annie, they really believe in me, and you know, I really hope that
Not to say lower your voice.
I can
But when you're
live
on-
up to their expectations of me, you know? Like, it's like they believe in me sometimes more than I even believe in myself. So I really hope that I can really please them and make them proud, you know?
Yes. She learned the importance of what the role meant, and the understanding of the work is just, it's so important that you stay focused.
My husband makes movies.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Contini.
I would always put myself down too much, and I would always say, no, I can't, and no, I'm not good at this. And then there are days when I just came here and I wouldn't hold up those walls, and I just would go for it, and I would surprise myself with stuff that I did. So.
Okay, you've all done beautifully. I appreciated the way that you've tried your hardest. We've grown a lot. I've learned how to be a better teacher. You've learned how to be a better artist. You can't make your voice different. You can accept it the way it is. The courage to change things I can, the way you react when something goes off tonight, and the wisdom to know the difference, which is when something isn't perfect to say, isn't that great it isn't perfect because I get to get up tomorrow and do it again. Okay, have a great show. Thank you. Go become Guido's ladies. Okay.
There is that moment of just looking out into this black void of nothingness. What is it that pulls us through? Something within us. The need for each individual to have creativity and to use it from your soul.
Oh shit, take cover. Grab your masks, be outside. Tonight is the big night. I'm a little nervous. My mom and my grandmother are both here tonight.
This is Cleo's grandmother.
My mom is gonna come every night. My mother was a dancer herself, and she wanted to go to Broadway. So she tells me every day, she's like, you don't know how lucky you are. You don't know how lucky you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's 5 minutes
Touch
to
the
places,
5
which means 5 minutes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mi stai ascoltando? He was a teacher of mine from school. A priest. I hadn't seen him in years. Anyway, he was amazed to hear I was married to you. He said, what's it like to be married to Guido Contini? I asked, make movies. To make is a kind of dream. Long ago,
My mother, when she came to see 9, she came to see it twice. And throughout the whole thing, like, she told me she couldn't stop crying. Like, my aunt had to hold my mother because she was shaking. Like, she could not stop crying.
Carefully avoiding any slight faux pas. For the Germans, for the fall for the Germans, for the fall for the Germans. Our list must be perfect. The Germans are coming. The Germans are coming. Be on your own. There's not a single reason I can find to make me want to keep you one more day. No need for thanks, you're just for words will be right. Go on and live your life and of me.
Oh my god. I mean, she started off as a dancer initially, but no, she's concentrating. Her acting is amazing. I really enjoyed that. She's a serious actress.
I felt like, wow, I can't believe this is me. I can't believe that I'm doing this. Or I was like, wow, like, I'm an actress. I became this woman.
Okay, have a great show.